Dear students, welcome to virtual class of Municipal Corporation of Greater Mumbai. I am Sreekumar. The class is for 6th standard students. Subject is mathematics. Let us begin the class.
Dear students, we are entering into a new chapter, chapter number 16, Quadrilaterals. The name must be new for you. The term quadri is having a sense or meaning 4. And the laterals are having a meaning sides. That means the chapter is having a meaning that we are going to get familiarized with figures which are having 4 sides, right? We came across figures like a triangle having 3 sides previously. This is about figures in mathematics having 4 sides which are named as quadrilaterals. Okay, so let us try to understand this in a better way. Quadrilaterals are shown behind this floating quadrilaterals, and we are having figures behind it which are all quadrilaterals mainly. Okay, so this is a quadrilateral, this one is a quadrilateral, this one is a quadrilateral, this one is a quadrilateral. Anything which you simply draw with the 4 sides can be a quadrilateral. Why I said can be? There are certain situations where quadrilateral name cannot be given to certain figures because there are conditions in the definition of quadrilaterals. Of course, quadrilaterals are 4-sided, but if you are drawing a figure like this, this is not a quadrilateral. The reason is that according to the concept in mathematics, the quadrilateral should be, first condition, it would be a 4-sided closed figure. When you say closed figure, it means that it is closed having boundary like this. Okay, second condition is that if you connect any 2 points, I am trying to connect any 2 points of this quadrilateral, I am connecting these two. The other 2 points are lie on the same side of that line. If I connect the 2 points of this quadrilateral, to draw quadrilateral you will be in need of 4 points, correct? If I connect any 2 points, the other 2 points should lie on one side. That means if I draw a quadrilateral here like this, this is not a quadrilateral, because if I connect 2 points here, 1, 2, these are lying on one side of it. If I connect these 2 points, this side on one side of it, the other lie on the other side. That means according to the principle, the points which are joined, 2 points when joined, the other 2 points must lie on the same side of that line. That is the rule. Because of that rule, if you draw a figure like this, it is not a quadrilateral. Normally, we draw a quadrilateral simply by drawing like this, and we have named the quadrilateral according to the nature of the sides which you will be studying in higher classes. For the time being, we will get familiarized with what are the common aspects of a quadrilateral. What are the common aspects? First, we need to name the quadrilateral, reading and writing of a quadrilateral. What is that reading and writing of a quadrilateral? Suppose that if I am drawing a quadrilateral, 4-sided closed figure following all principles of quadrilateral, this is a quadrilateral. And I name these points as A, B, C, D. So I can read this as quadrilateral ABCD. And how can I write quadrilateral ABCD? I can simply write quadrilateral ABCD. Another way of writing is draw a small quadrilateral and write ABCD. So this also will be read as quadrilateral ABCD. Then a question comes in mind that why ABCD? Is it to be that? Is it that it should be start from here? Why can't it be B, C, D, A? Why can't it be D, C, B, A? Yes, it can be. It can be quadrilateral DCBA from here to this side, or it can be quadrilateral CBAD, or it can be quadrilateral BADC. It can be clockwise, it can be anti-clockwise, DABC also. All these names are applicable to quadrilateral. Okay, so that is one concept you should be very clear. The naming can be in any order but serially. Another concept I would like to make you understand is what is the concept of adjacent sides of a quadrilateral. Again, I have to draw a quadrilateral. I am drawing it roughly because to move the video fast. And again, I am naming it as ABCD. Now the point over here is adjacent sides. Adjacent means neighbor, bajuwala. So here is a quadrilateral ABCD, and I can say that baju baju ka sides kaun sa hai? I can simply say that if I take AB, sides which are adjacent, AB and this is AB and AD, I can write. Then I can write AD, D is common, and DC, this one, where D is common. I can write CD, where CD and CB I can write. Then I can write BC and AB. Write AB or BA, both are same. What is making it adjacent? Baju baju mein bole to why these two are adjacent, these two are not? Because here A is common in both these. Here D is common. I just wrote in opposite order. Here C is common. Here B is common. So there, what is common? B is common, A is common. Where two sides join, the point is named as vertex. In triangle also you studied, there are three vertex for a triangle. Three vertices. Singular is vertex. So if there is a common vertex, then we call those two sides as adjacent. That is why these two sides, these pairs of sides are adjacent sides. Adjacent sides. Keep in mind. Where there will be a common vertex. Adjacent sides of the quadrilateral have a common vertex. Common. What more you should do? All these are simple basic concepts but very modern. Opposite sides of a quadrilateral. So again I have to draw a quadrilateral. Simply without scale for convenience and to do it quickly. Because I don't like to draw like this, but I am drawing. Now what is opposite side? That means it will not have a common vertex. Understood? So that means the sides AB, I took this, opposite mein aayega, and side CD. Side AD, this one, and side BC, I would say. Two pairs only. All four sides over. What is peculiarity between side AB and CD? There is nothing common. AB है तो ये CD है, AD है तो ये BC है. So what we would say? When the opposite sides, when we consider opposite sides of a quadrilateral do not have a common vertex. Understood? Adjacent sides will be having common vertex. Opposite sides of a quadrilateral will not be having a common vertex. This we were talking about sides. This is vertex. Vertex is an angle. The two sides join and create an angle. If you think the same about angles, adjacent angles of a quadrilateral, suppose if you think like that, let me see. Adjacent angles of a quadrilateral. I need to draw the quadrilateral again. Bear with me. Let me name it as DEFG. अभी ABCD change किया. And angle is named like this, you know. There are angles D, E, F. This is F. And angle G, D, E, F and G, F, E. Can we say they are adjacent? बाजू बाजू में है? Yes. D, E, F and G, E, F. And then G, F, E. Then G, F, E. This angle is adjacent to angle F, G, D. Angle F, G, D is adjacent to this one G, D, E. Angle G, D, E. Here also we can write. And angle GDE is adjacent to DEF, the first one. So EFG, DEFG, DEFG, adjacent angles. Angles of a quadrilateral which are have common vertex, common arm is there. What is common arm? Here is an angle. First angle considered was this, DEF. The other angle considered was this, right? Let me change the color of the pen. You can see it clearly then. Clearly and more clearly. What happened to the color? Let it be, not wasting time. So this is another angle. These are the two angles we consider. This is E, this is F, single letter. And in both DEF there is an EF and GFE there is an EF. So there is a common arm. Common side we can say. There is a common side. Here if you see EF and FG. When I named this angle, I named it as EFG. Correct? EFG. And then I named FGT, this one. There also you can see common arm, common side, which is at FG. It's a common arm. If you look at this GD side and GD side, here DE side and DE side. So there will be a common arm when you are having adjacent angles. Common side will be there. If there is adjacent angles are such that which are having common arm. Angles of a quadrilateral which are having at least one common arm, adjacent angles. अगर ऐसे है तो opposite angle क्या होगा फिर? Again I have to draw a quadrilateral. D, E, F, G. Here is an angle. The opposite angle will be this angle. Angle E, F and angle D, G, F. Then this angle. Opposite. You write angle E, F, G and angle G, D, E. do not have common. You can see EF here, you can see DA here, DF here, but no common arm. This is not there, this is not the side, no common arm. No common arm. Because this angle DEF is made with this arm, and this angle G is made up of this arm and this arm. So no common arm. Okay. Angles of a quadrilateral which do not have a common arm are called opposite angles of a quadrilateral. Opposite angles हो गया, opposite sides हो गया, adjacent sides हो गया, adjacent angles हो गया. Now what is left? Diagonals of a quadrilateral. Oh. Suppose that this is a quadrilateral. Quadrilateral can be in this format. A quadrilateral can be exactly a square. Shall I show you some quadrilateral? That will be good for you. Instead of seeing my boring this one, you can better see something else. Let me show you. Here you have bundle of quadrilateral. Here is a quadrilateral. Here is a quadrilateral, one kind. Okay. Another kind of quadrilateral, if possible, I will show. Here is another quadrilateral. This is another quadrilateral, which we call it as trapezium. We are having another quadrilateral. This is named as parallelogram. All these you will study in higher classes. Understood? And some quadrilateral like this, rectangle. Anyway, these are quadrilaterals. At the same time, this is my quadrilateral. Coming back. Now here is a quadrilateral talking about adjacent, opposite vertex we are going to join and make diagonals. Join the opposite vertex. Join this with this. This is called diagonal. Let the triangle quadrilateral be ABCD, and I would say that BD is a diagonal. Only one diagonal possible, one more diagonal is possible. This is AC. AC is also a diagonal. Here also we can draw diagonal. You can draw beautiful diagonal if you want. There are tools to draw that. Diagonal here, diagonal in this, one more diagonal in this, one more diagonal in this, one more diagonal in this. Diagonals are possible in every cases. Diagonals will connect the opposite vertex of a quadrilateral. Understood? So, we studied a lot. Line segment which joins opposite vertex or opposite vertices of a quadrilateral are called diagonals. Understood? And the diagonal will divide the quadrilateral into two triangles. If a single diagonal is drawn, it will divide that quadrilateral into two triangles. Correct? So these are something what you studied now, and it is important too. Let me remove all this. Here is another concept to be developed. The sum of measure of four angles of a quadrilateral is 360 degree. Before saying that, I should make you recollect something what you studied in previous chapters. One concept of triangle. What is that concept of a triangle made you understand? It made you understand that, for example, if I draw a triangle here, this is a triangle, okay? I am drawing it with measure. See, look at the angle measurement of this triangle. Making it quite big so that you can see. 65, 63, 62, 60. Okay. So this is a triangle, and we know that the sum of the measures of the angles of this triangle, if you take the measure over here, this is a equilateral triangle and it is 60, 60 and 60, total is 180 degree. Any triangle you take any triangle. This angle plus this angle plus this angle, if you measure and total, you will be getting 180 degree. If that is true, and it is true, if is not, mathematics mein if kidhar hai. If it is true in a quadrilateral like this, it's a rectangle now. If I draw a diagonal like this, this makes the quadrilateral. If I name this quadrilateral as A, B, C and D, BD is a diagonal. There are two triangles here. Triangle ABD and triangle CDB. And if you sum up this A angle, B angle and C angle, total will be 180 degree. And if you sum up this angle, E angle, F angle and G angle, that also will be 180 degree. That means this plus this will be 360 degree. That means the total angle, the total of the four angles of any quadrilateral will be 360 degree. Why I said any quadrilateral? Why? Because I will just remove this and tell you why. Because the sum of the total of the angle of a triangle is 180 degree. One second. Okay. Suppose that if I draw roughly a quadrilateral here, and if I make a diagonal of it, I am quite sure that it will divide it into two triangles, irrespective of the nature of the quadrilateral. Even if the quadrilateral is like this is a quadrilateral. If I make a diagonal, it will divide into two triangles. Always a triangle will create 180 degree. So naturally two triangle angle sum will be equal to 360 degree. Thus the sum of measures of four angles of a quadrilateral is 360 degree is proved. 180 plus 180. We are coming close to the concept of this chapter. Before closing, I would like to tell you that what are the points which we came across in this chapter together. One of the point what we at the starting we mentioned that what is a quadrilateral? It is a four-sided closed figure. Certain condition, when we connect 2 points, the other 2 points should lie on one side of it. Second, you studied about adjacent sides, then opposite sides, then adjacent angle, then opposite angles, right? Then you studied about diagonals, and now you studied that the sum of the measures of the angles of a quadrilateral is 360 degree, right? These are the things you study now. One more point is left. So these points you should remember, otherwise you should watch the video once again, go through the textbook and make it clear for you, very clear for you, very clear for you. Because nobody will say this again and again. Coming year you will be studying more about quadrilaterals. What you will study further is about polygons. What are polygons? You studied about a point first in your study of diagrams in mathematics. You studied about point. Then you studied about line. You studied about line segment, I remember. Then you studied about angle drawn with two sides and a common arm, common vertex. Okay, then you studied about a triangle. And now you studied about quadrilaterals. Now, four-sided figure. There was no such thing. Three-sided figure, four-sided figure. Figures may get more sides later. Triangle, quadrilaterals. If there are five sides like this, okay, if there are five-sided figure, we call such figure as, this is quadri, four. This is called pentagon. What is it? Pentagon. Penta stands for five. Then comes six-sided, hexagon, seven-sided, heptagon, octagon. It goes like that. But after this triangle, then normally pentagons are not that familiar, that common in studies and in your drawings. But all those figures after triangles and quadrilateral, we can say as triangle, quadrilateral, pentagon, all are closed figures and having five sides, which are having more than five sides. For example, this is five-sided. We can call these, all these together as polygons. Poly means many. Poly means many. Many-sided figure. Five तक हम गिनते जाएंगे. Three triangle, four quadrilateral, five pentagon, above that polygon. Just for naming it, nothing so serious about it. So my dear students, you learned a lot of terms related to quadrilaterals. Be familiar with it. Take it very seriously. Keep it in your mind, because these are something very fundamental and basic, useful in higher classes, further studies. No repetition of this in any class. Okay, thank you.
Now click on the subscription button below to subscribe the channel, then the bell button to get the notifications of the new videos. Thank you.